I'm talking about the release schedule of things we're going to be seeing this month from V-Jump and Yu-Gi-Oh! News. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button because you guys don't want to miss out more content. So we've just come off of Terminal World. You know, you didn't have a card of the day last week. We're in a pretty big cooldown phase right now. Or are we? So a lot of the news cycle is very predictable. We're able to usually kind of guess a lot of the events and things that, you know, we're kind of expecting to see. Now, whether or not these end up being accurate representations of things, I'm not really sure. So we do know that we should be having, I'm pretty sure Premium Pack still has some stuff left in it, because we did have, I think it was what, the maid, the Witchcrafter was on the front of the pack art, which is still MIA. We have not seen her, and I don't know if we're missing any cards besides those, but I can't imagine that Konami's going to mess up, you know, an opportunity here to give us a couple card of the days, or to just dump the additional info in a V-Jump slot. Card of the day slots would possibly be Wednesday the 3rd and possibly the 10th, with the question mark of something interesting happening on the 17th. But I'll talk more about that here in a little bit as to what we're probably going to see around the week of the 17th. Now, 6th and 7th usually, or 7th, I never remember. It's one of the two. Will be the new V-Jump promo. We always tend to get that little segment popping out in the middle of nowhere. Actually, looking at the dates right now, Saturday is the 6th. So, I mean, we could have a Saturday night V-Jump promo. It's not entirely unheard of to see that popping out of the woodwork. If not, Sunday the 7th will be an opportunity. It's one of those two dates that we're going to see there. Now, 8th, 9th, and 10th. What in the world are we going to see on these days? Well, usually there are 3 to 4 segments that are usually reserved for what we like to call the selling points on the upcoming core set. This is typically where Konami will start to throw the 4 to 5 card clusters at us that they will typically use to be those cards that are like, hey, you guys want some Monarchs? You guys want some, you know, whatever X theme that they're choosing to throw in. I wouldn't be surprised to see something from Premium Pack getting tossed in here. That's a wide range of options that you could very easily pick from. But I don't know, man. Typically, I wouldn't be surprised. I also wouldn't be surprised to see if this isn't a set where we actually get the NEA Craft, the Hecka Hands, and all that support. I kind of figured it would have been last set, but dumping it into this set, I think makes the most sense, right? Because you need those decks to do something. Like this is, I think we got the, actually, thinking about it, we did get the indirect support in Burst Protocol. You know, we got those 3 weird cards that Konami was like, hey, you know, there's support, but not really. We're not really gonna say that there's support. They like to do that little thing where they're like, here's the indirect support, you know, and then in the next set they'll probably do the major dump. This could be, considering these 3 archetypes in Phantom Revenge haven't really taken off yet, this could be, I don't want to say like this is going to be like 3 card support. It might be 1-1-1, or it could be 2-2-2. And then the next set after the Crimson set here, we might see additional support. I mean, it just depends on how much Konami feels like they've got to hand it to the Phantom Revenge archetypes to bring them up to speed to a level of, hey, you know, this is actually acceptable at this point. So 3 days of some sort of support will be what we are definitely expecting from beyond there. Now, what comes beyond, you know, looking at the landscape here of this? Well, we're also missing some info for the Chronicles, the Spirit Charmers deck, which would possibly be the alt arts, actually. That is definitely something that is a possibility of being missed, but that is not the entirety of what we're looking at. Because right now, the only things on the block are December 20th is Premium Pack. We have Card of the Days for that. We have the Chronicles deck, Spirit Charmers, January 24th. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that's far away. And then, of course, we do also have Blazing Dominion, which is the set we're talking about right now, dropping on January 24th. Your next set after that is the thing that we are actually kind of looking at here and caring most about. So down in the late December block, down around the 20th, 21st, is this nice little thing that we like to call Jump Festa. Now, Jump Festa is this mystical time of the year where Konami likes to just dump all of the craziness and get people super excited for what's to come. If you think that we are going to get any info for the Limit Over collections before the drop of Jump Festa, I think you are going to be massively disappointed. Actually, I think December 20th and 21st, I think you need to circle those dates on your calendar. And I think you need to lock in because it's going to be Christmas for everybody in this community for what's to come with this. The Limit Over collections are going to be the two biggest footholds for the future of this game. All right, and Konami is going to put it up front and center on the Jump Festa stage for the world to see because they know that all of Japan and also, the Dragon Duel winners actually get, invited to go to Jump Festa now as their reward. That's their big caveat now. It's like, hey, we want you guys to go here because this is where we are dumping all of the info. It is all the big news and everything. So that brings me to an interesting discussion here at the end of this. I've given you most of the dates right now. You have 3 Card of the Days, 3, 10th, and 17th possibilities. They could also do what they did last time and move one of them to a random Thursday. But there's only like 4 opportunities for news, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. There is the possibility that Konami is going to announce another set somewhere in the scope of this, which could be the possibility of something that they could do at the end of the cycle on the 10th or 11th. The problem is, though, the only things you've really got up in front of you right now is just the potential full arts and this set. Like, this set is very much where we're changing things up. We're going to spicing this up. And I really don't think you're going to get anything crazy beyond, those 3-4 segments of news for Blazing Dominion and your last little bit of info. Which means I'm not going to say that this is necessarily a dry month right now. I'm also not going to say that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is, bad off right now, but Japan's also bracing down for their upcoming ban list too. Surprisingly enough, I think they'll get their ban list reveal. It's usually 21st or 28th, I would think, looking at your dates here. So there is a possibility that whatever's going to come on that list also could be tied into, well, I guess we wouldn't get erratas until April, so we don't know if we'll get a new valuable book later this year. I guess it is highly possible that they could go for that, but I mean, that's all speculation at this point. We're not exactly too curious to know what's coming beyond that. I would like to see some interesting products being made. The Limit Over collections are a great start, but I mean, what comes after Blazing Dominion for core sets? Are we expecting these over frames to come to core sets? Because I mean, I'm kind of expecting them to. I wouldn't be surprised to see, Starlight over frames. I wouldn't be surprised to see, some of these rarities being cashed in on by Konami also being available in the gacha slots. How are serialized cards going to work for this sorts of stuff? What new pricing is going to come down here for future YCSs in Japan? I don't know, man. There's a lot of questions to be answered. So I hope that this helps you out with what we're expecting this month. It's going to be an interesting time for sure, but mark your calendars, you have your dates, and you know when to expect the info that's coming. So please comment down below, tell me what you guys think. I'll see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Patrons! Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.